A finale you shall get. Let us begin rolling solo. Hello, welcome to Rolling Solo, a Daggerheart solo role-playing game, actual play. We are here at episode 10 of campaign 3, The Adventures of Soot and Shade, our twin mixed race witch and warlock, which we've been kind of playtesting for the last several months now. And we are now here at the end of the campaign. So, a lot of things have happened up till now. And we are playing in the Witherwild framework. So, just to catch everybody up. In the Witherwild framework, campaign frame, there is the city of Haven, then there's the wilds of the Fanewick. And our Havenites have invaded the Fanewick and taken over. They have, by assaulting one of the gods of the Fanewick, the Great Owl Nicta, and plucking out one of their eyes, they have created an eternal spring, which is causing plants and animals to swell to strange and amazing sizes and become monstrous all over the Fanewick. The Havenites have reasons for doing this. They probably seem good to them. Our heroes were in pursuit of an individual known as the Fane Wraith. The Fane Wraith was somebody who wanted to pluck out the other eye of the Great Owl, the sowing eye. The Great Owl had a sowing eye and a reaping eye. They plucked out the reaping eye, eternal spring, pluck out the sowing eye, eternal winter. Plucking out the sowing eye in order to stop the eternal spring. But that seemed like a bad idea to Soot and Shade. So the twins went in pursuit and warned the followers of the Great Owl that the Fane Wraith was on their way. And so theoretically saved that situation. That happened last episode, and we were kind of left at a loss as to how to finish this story up. And so I decided that, it would be a good idea to have Soot and Shade attempt to resurrect the god of Haven. So I've spent, a couple of days thinking about this since we shot that, and that's just terrible. I don't like it. I would never run that as a D&D campaign if I were running it for people. I would probably have had them do like a final confrontation with the Fane Wraith, which I didn't do because, frankly, doing big set pieces solo and also Theater of the Mind, which I'm having to do right now because I'm not set up with my battle maps, is hell on earth. So what we're going to do today is we're going to have a combat. We will backstory why we're having a combat. The goal was to find another way to stop the serpent sickness which is infecting Haven, and for which is the reason that Haven has invaded the Fanewick and is trying to cause this eternal spring so that they can grow these flowers so that they can have enough blossoms to help them to cure the serpent sickness which is overtaking their city. This is an alternate way to deal with the serpent sickness. In order to get to this alternate method of curing the serpent sickness, which originally was going to be resurrecting the Havenite's dead god, and I think is now going to be obtaining some item of that dead god. Soot and Shade are going to have to face an Obsidian Dragon. So basically what we're going to do today is we're going to have a combat between our two 10th level characters and one Obsidian Dragon, and we're going to see who comes out on top. It's just one solo enemy, but honestly, this solo is a real badass, and I am not sure which way this is going to go. If I were a betting man, I would put my bet on the Obsidian Dragon. So, we've had some extended rest. I have given my characters legendary level, but basic weapons and basic armor. They are currently sitting on 4 hope apiece, and I have 12 fear. So we'll see how this plays out. Okay. So after several days of travel, the sun is now good and truly coming up, and in the morning light, Soot and Shade will come over the they will come walking through the Fanewick, through the mountains, to the Carnivorous Divide. A giant a mountain range that splits a small portion of the western part of the continent off from the rest of the continent. And they will hike into these giant mountains, searching for this Obsidian Dragon. And after many days of travel and much struggle, they will eventually come upon the Dragon's Cave. And they wait. They put themselves, as far downwind as they can and as hidden as they can be. We will go ahead and say that let's see. We'll start off with Spectral Mist in our loadout. And we will keep Gifted Tracker in our loadout so that they can find this dragon. And we will pull from our loadout Forager. And that will be... It's been an extended rest. We can set up our cards how we want them for this particular event. And so Spectral Mist, they're able to sneak up and essentially hide incorporeally as long as Soot marks 2 stress. I've also given our characters 2 stress potions, 2 stamina, and 2 health potions each, because I suspect they're going to need them. And he will take his 2 stress. They will form into Spectral Mist. And they will wait. and start beginning to infiltrate the dragon's cave to see if they can search out the dragon. So, can they find the dragon? And can they get within... Will they be able to attack the dragon from a distance? How large is the dragon's cave? So, for a question like that, for how is this going to work out, let's make a roll. And let's just do this as a straight question on our oracle. This is a... I'm proposing a beat that they will be able to target the dragon in its lair from at least far distance. And let's get a D10 and see how that works out for us. That's a 7, which is a couple of things. It's either a yes or it is a make the location more favorable. And I think we will take both of those. And we will say that, in fact, they are able to be within this cavern and be within far distance of the obsidian dragon in its cavern. And as they are spectral mist, they are able to sneak up with advantage. And so we will make a group stealth roll, finesse, with advantage. So we'll start with Shade. That's not going to do it, is it? That's a 14. So that's a failure. No, that's a 17. Because she's +3 on finesse. Shade is the one leading this operation. And we'll spend a hope. Nope. Didn't say it first. Didn't happen first. Soot also makes the roll. They both fail. Shade will take a stress. The dragon knows that they're there, but it can't do anything. They're incorporeal, they're untouchable. So they will go to their different areas of the, they spread out and try to get a mark on the dragon. The dragon takes wing uncertain of what is going on, and we're just going to begin our battle. The dragon is alert, but is unable to. It's got mist on one side, mist on the other side. It dive bombs at one mist, and as it pulls back up and swings away and is at some distance, it is flying, which means it has a +2 bonus to its difficulty, making its difficulty 21. It is going to be Shade, who from the other side of the cavern, from far distance, will take the first shot. Because she will handle it. So she will use that experience and burn a hope for +3, so this is rolling at a +8. Let's see what we get, shall we? Okay. So that is with hope. So we get that hope back. That is a 12, and a 7 is 19, +8 is 27. With hope, that will hit. So Shade comes out of her incorporeal form as the dragon is peeling out away from Soot and fires off a shot even as it is flying, landing a blow with her legendary scepter. That will be 6d6 of damage. I need another d6. Well, and I don't have one nearby, so we're just going to have to roll these 5. That's a Roman sets of 3. We'll roll 3d6. That is 2, 2, and 5 is 9. We'll roll 3 more d6. 9, 11, 13, 17, plus 9 for a grand total of 17 plus 9 is 26. 26 damage on the first shot, which is minor damage. So our dragon takes 1 hit point of damage. And they will spend their stress, they will spend a fear. I will spend a fear to take the spotlight and have the dragon turn and fly at Shade. It will dive bomb this, let's see, what's its best attack? Its best attack is probably just its claws. So it's just going to go in. Some of its abilities are good against groups, but we're just facing one adversary, so the dragon is just going to go in and take a swing. So they go in, they take a swing, they're going to hit. Almost guaranteed, because they are plus 8 to hit. They'd have to roll 4 lower than this. That will hit, and they will do 4d10 of damage on Soot, or on Shade. That's a d10. That's a d10. That's a d10. And that is a d10. So this attack does 4d10 plus 4 damage. So that is 10 plus 9 is 19. Plus 4 is 23. And with that, 23 damage, that is minor. That is major damage. So Shade is going to mark an armor and take a hit point. The dragon can be spotlighted up to 2 times per turn, so it's going to attack again. And miraculously, I think on that 2, it's going to miss. So now we move over to Soot. Soot being now far away from the dragon, but on the other side of the cave, because the dragon came flying over to where Shade was. Soot at far distance from the dragon will attack with his great staff. Will he, or will he use something else? Let's see. What do you got? This would be the point where we burn some stress to change our loadout, right? It's probably not time for that yet. We're just going to go with the base weapon attack. It's not a great base weapon attack. Or we could try doing a spellcraft roll to temporarily restrain the dragon. But I think instead... Yeah, he'll do that. He's going to make a spellcast roll to attempt to temporarily restrain this dragon. So... it's a spellcast roll of 13. Which will fail miserably. With fear, the dragon is just going to continue to wail on Shade. That's a hit. That is 5, 19, or 9, 19, plus 4, 23, again. And we will, again, armor hit point. Spend a fear for this relentless adversary. That will hit. Not quite as good. 10, 16, plus 4 is 20, which is minor damage. We will just go ahead and take an armor for that. So the dragon is just sitting over the top of Shade. Strike, strike, strike. There. Shade is going to... Shade is going to transform into an avatar of terror. Mark a stress. And to transform into a creature, transformed by fear. While in this form, your damage rolls gain a +1 d6 bonus for each fear the GM has. Additionally, gain a hope when the GM uses a fear feature on an adversary within close range. And you must spend a hope to make an action roll while in this form, otherwise you drop out of this form. So Shade is going to attempt to strike the dragon. We will spend 3 hope. To tag team with Soot on this roll. And we'll spend the last hope to use this card. So this is a tag team roll. Soot will use his experience, look over there, and burn a hope on this roll to give himself +9. So this is Shade rolling at a +5. Soot is just attacking with his greatstaff. So let's see what we can do here. This is Shade rolling at +5. That's a 23, I think, with fear. This is Soot rolling at +9. That is a 26 with hope, which we'll take that roll. Okay, so Shade is using her scepter as a melee weapon, comes in and attempts to strike at the dragon. This is just magical damage. She just has to do something to it, clipping it on its its talons as it reaches for this massive creature standing over this tiny little jackrabbit, and it comes in swinging at her, and across the cavern. Because they work together so often, Soot will, at the exact same time, try and focus with his great staff and make an attack, and we will do all of the damage from all of this. So, alright, we'll start out with the scepter damage. That's going to be 8d8. Sorry, 6d8 plus 6. So, d8. That's a d8. I know I've got a third d8 in here. There it is. So 6d8. It's 11 plus 11 is 22 plus 6 is 28 damage from 28 plus 6. So that is 34 damage from the melee attack with the scepter. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fear. So we roll 10 d6s. So we're at 30. We're going to have to write this down. We are at 34 plus 6, 10, 13. Plus 15. So that's 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 plus 5 is 12. Add 1, 62 damage so far. Plus Soot's damage, which will not be nearly as impressive, but will just be 6d6 plus 9. So let's roll our 6d6 for his damage. That's 13 plus 14, 17, 21. 21 plus 9 is 30, so 62 plus 30 equals 92. So this does 92 points of damage on this roll. And that will reach, I believe, it does in fact hit the barrel, not by, that hits the severe threshold for this creature. The 62 hit points would not have, so we needed that extra 30 to get to 3 damage. But that will do 1, 2, 3 damage to the Obsidian Dragon, who is no longer flying, and has been severely attacked at this point. I am going to spend fear to take the spotlight back and attack. So the dragon is going to ignore Soot for the moment because Soot is not able to do much damage. The dragon will ignore Soot and will continue to focus its attention on tearing Shade apart. It's a 20. It's a natural 20. So that is a lot. That's a lot for the dragon. That is 44 plus, it doesn't really matter what. I'm not doing, well, I guess it might matter because 44 plus 40, if I rolled all 10s on this, that would be 84, which would not quite be twice the severe damage threshold. So this is going to be just severe damage. We don't even have to total up the rest of it. Shade will mark a armor take 2 hit points of damage. And the dragon will attack again. That's a 6 plus 8 is 14. Shade's evasion is 12. So the dragon gets this massive swipe, ripping, Shade's leather armor completely apart. And then it comes around again and hits again. This time for... This time for 18, 24, 29, plus 4, 30 something. Major damage. The Shade has no choice but to take 2 damage from that. Seriously running out of armor here. But... Okay. So that is the dragon's turn. It is only relentless for a round of 2, so that is it for it. Oh, I had to spend another fear for my second attack. Let's have... Shade is going to go do a couple of things. One, Shade is going to mark a stress to use their patron's mantle, cloak themselves in a terrifying aspect of your patron that lasts until you take severe damage or the scene ends. And will her patron is the patron of silence and pain, and so I think that even the dragon will notice that everything around Shade becomes dead quiet as she grows in stature and becomes a more fearsome figure. Not fearsome enough to worry a dragon, let's be honest, but fearsome. Shade will do that and make a... It's going to make a spellcast roll against a target. She has no hope to spend, so this is just plus 5. First, she will spend 2 stress to chain the dragon. Temporarily chain a target within close range. When a chained creature deals damage, the target of their attack reduces the number of hit points they mark by 1. So she will chain the then she'll attack. This is plus 5. The dragon is 19 difficulty. Okay, that will succeed. It will succeed with fear. I'll take my fear. Let's see, what was I going to do here? She doesn't have any stress left to take. She's going to do it anyway. Does not have 2 hope. Can't use Eldritch Flesh at all. So, yeah, this is just going to be... Should I roll 66s, which is an average of 18, or 2 d20s, which is an average of 20, but we'll mark 2 stress. I think we'll roll 2 d20s in the hopes of getting some real damage out of this. So we're going to use Damnation, make a spellcast roll against a target. On a success, mark any number of stress to deal an equal number of d20s. So we'll roll 2 d20s, damage. That is 13. That is 9, so that is 22 damage. Not bad, not bad. 22 damage on the volcanic dragon, which will be minor damage. And then she is going to take a free action out of all of this to drink a stress potion, a stamina potion. Marking one of our 2 stamina potions. And reducing by 1d4 plus 1. That is 2 plus 1 is 3. She will drop 3 stress. 3 stress. It's the dragon's turn. The dragon, does it have any awesome abilities that it can use here? Sure. I think the dragon can mark a stress to make an attack against all targets within close range, which is just Shade. No, it doesn't want to do that. And the reason it doesn't want to do that is because it's got her right here. It wants to just attack. It is clearly doing huge amounts of damage to Shade, and will be happy to keep attacking. So it's going to make its attack. The wrong die. Going to make its attack. That misses, so that's one of its attacks. I'll spend a fear, take a second attack. That's a 5. A 5 plus... Okay. 5 plus 8 is 13. Our evasion is 12. But we're in we have, what have we done? I thought I had something here. Spend a favor instead. Lightning strike. Eldritch Flesh. When this card is in your loadout, gain a +1 bonus to your damage thresholds for each stress you have marked. She has 1, 2, 3, 4 stress marked, making her evasion 16, which means that 13 missed somehow. The dragon somehow missed twice, bringing us back around to our characters. I think Shade is out of hope. Soot is low on hope, but let's transfer the action over to Soot and see what Soot can do. Soot's just going to attack. Gonna spend a hope on look over there. This is a +9 attack. Just a straight up great staff attack. Okay, so that's a 9. +5 is 14. +5 is 19. +4 is 23. The dragon is a difficulty 19. So, with that, and with hope, so we get our hope back. So it makes impact on the dragon and is going to do 2d66 plus 9 damage. So where's our 66s? That is 11, 12, 13, 17, 19, 22. 22 plus 9 is 31. Unfortunately, nothing that we can do. Oh, we can roll an extra die. Let's roll one extra die. We'll discard that 2 that we had, and that will take us to 33, which is just at the dragon's major damage. So the dragon takes 1 damage and dies. And when it dies, it undergoes a phase change. And it immediately is replaced with the Molten Scourge form of the volcanic dragon. And that is activated. So how does this play out? So Soot is watching his sister Shade get absolutely ripped apart by this dragon. They're in this dark dragon's cavern with, let's say it's, they're in this dark cavern lit with just a little bit of sunlight from above or coming in from outside. They, and maybe some eldritch glow, as there often is, because we need it, from, some bioluminescent fungus on the walls. There's a lot of bioluminescent things in the Witherwild. That's canon. So in this darkness, he is watching this giant hulking shape completely rip his sister apart. He again brings his great staff to bear, fires off a shot. A bolt of blue-green energy comes flying off of the staff, strikes the dragon. The dragon screams in agony, and then its obsidian scales begin to glow, and it becomes covered, and its obsidian scales begin to glow, and then begin to run, and then begin to drip, and its wings come partially off, and it is the Molten Scourge, this dragon made of lava instead of glass, and sitting right above Shade, and it will make its attacks on her. We have 2 armor and 2 hit points left. It attacks at a +9. So it says when it dies, immediately spotlighted. So we immediately spotlight it. That's 10, that'll hit. This is 4d12 plus 4 physical damage. 28 plus stuff, 30 something, it's less than 46, so it is major damage. Shade will... Now, Is this creature still chained? I haven't ended the chaining. It has... Enraged by their wounds, the dragon bursts into molten lava. That's the description. So this is the same creature. It is still chained. So it does 1 hit point of damage. Shade will spend, because she is in her patron's mantle form, she will spend 2 armor to avoid that damage. She will spend 2 favor to reduce that 1 damage to 0 damage. So the pain strikes through her as she invokes her patron, but nonetheless, she's doing okay. Let's spend a fear to activate this creature again. Let's see. Lava splash, volcanic breath, eruption. Let's fill the area within very close range with molten lava. Yeah, let's spend a fear to do that. Okay, so we've spent a fear to activate the relentless. So they've attacked. We've spent a fear to be relentless. We're spending another fear for eruption. We're going to erupt lava from underneath the Molten Scourge's scales. So this now molten dragon standing above this poor little bunny will just... lava just comes dripping and flying off of it. And Shade must make an agility reaction roll, difficulty 20. Has no hope to spend, so just has to hope for a good roll. Does not get one. Okay. I gotta quit dropping dice. I'll get that D12 later. I got lots of D12s. She will take 4d6 plus 6 physical damage. That is 10, 17, plus 6, 23. Which is... would be major damage, except that we still have Eldritch Flesh, so she has a +1 bonus to her damage threshold for each stress she has marked, but she has 4 stress marked, so that is minor damage. We will again spend 2 favor to avoid that damage. And she is knocked back to close range. However, the area remains lava. The Molten Scourge can strike from close range, so it will strike again. Spend fear for that, because it's Relentless 3. On a 5, plus 9 is 14, evasion is 12. Do we have anything... No. No, and in fact we rolled this wrong before. Because I gave her an advantage to her evasion rather than an advantage to her damage thresholds for each stress she had marked, I think. But in any case, that's 5 plus 9 is 14. That hits. Its deadly devotion on a successful attack, you can spend a favor to gain a +1 bonus to your evasion. This would do no good right now. So this is a hit. This is a hit. Let's grab a couple of d12s. We will roll 4 of them. 8. 15. 16. 20. 24. This is where the stress comes in to drop that to minor damage instead of major damage. And she will spend her last 2 favor to mark that off. She will now run away. So Shade has been knocked in, away. The floor is lava. This monster is standing in this giant pool of lava, striking out. Shade is just going to run. She's going to attempt to make it a far distance across this cavern, while staying as far away from Soot as is possible, so that they can continue to do things. So we're just going to run, and we're going to say the ground here is, let's say it's difficulty 12, the environment. Just to make some distance in this place and get to far range from this dragon. So that's the move that she's going to make. Before she does that... No, that's the move she's going to make. She's going to run away as fast as she can. Before she does that, she will quaff a health potion. And clear 4 hit points. We are down to 1 health potion left for her. Run, Shade, run. Okay. That's with hope. That's nice. We said this was difficulty 12. This is an agility roll. That's an 8. For a minute, I thought it was a 9. That's a 10. She does not make it. She is within close range of the dragon. But being within close range of the dragon means that the dragon can, without making any movement, continue to attack Shade, and will do so. Well, this form has not taken any damage as of this point. And it has already made a bunch of attacks, which it's about to do again. That's a hit. That is 6, 17, 28, 30 something, but less than 40 something, so that is major damage. She will mark an... Oh, but it's still chained. I forgot that it was chained. I get back at least 2 favor. It's chained, which reduces the number of hit points it does by 1. So that reduces it to 1. Which I can then spend the 2 favor, running out of favor again, to make that 0. I will spend a fear to activate it and clear that chained off it. And then I will spend a fear for its relentless 3 for it to attack 1 more time. So this creature is being held in this kind of writhing, Shade's magic is not green or blue or nice. It's dark and red and black and angry colors. It's this dragon is being held within this kind of twisted, ropes of dark red and black energy, and it just pulses and shakes it off and breaks the, uses its own innate magic to break the magical power that is holding it down. 4 plus 9 is 13. That will hit. And that will do 10, 12, 18, 22, 26 damage, which is major damage. Shade will mark a hit point, one of her last armors, and take that hit. So, so far, like, looking at this, I think I'm doing the... I think that this, you know, it's... I keep hitting the claw attacks, but I really think that the claw attacks are the best that it's got for the moment. Okay, Shade is going to... spend a hope for protective. She's going to move as far back as she can from this dragon without making a roll, and she's going to make an attack. What do you got? You got anything? Well, she will mark a stress to transform into her avatar of terror again. Spend a hope to make any moves at all as an avatar of terror and make an attack with her scepter. That is an 18 plus 5 is 23. The volcanic dragon Molten Scourge is a difficulty of 20, so that will hit. She will get 66s. That is 8. That is 8, 11, 16, 22 damage. Plus I have 3 fear, so she does another 3 damage. 22 damage. That is 22, 34, 36 damage. Plus 9 for a total of 36, less than 58, which is the severe threshold, and more than 30, which is their major damage threshold. So the volcanic dragon will take major damage. Now, when this adversary takes damage, I roll a number of d6s equal to each hit point marked, which in this case is 2. For each result of 4 or more, I gain a fear. Then, when this adversary takes major damage, roll a d10. Okay, I did not get a result of 8 or higher, so that will be... nothing will happen. Something could have happened. So, that roll I just made, I believe, was with hope. I believe I forgot to take my hope back. Which means that the spotlight remains with the players, unless I spend a hope to take it away. Which I think I'm gonna do, because I've got fear. So let's spend a fear, and let's take the spotlight. Let's take the spotlight, and the dragon will move out of its pool of lava, pursuing Shade, and attack her again. It will hit. It will hit. It will do... Oops, it's 2023. 23 plus 4 is 27. Plus 1 of my damage thresholds, so how many? 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So that will be minor damage, which we're just going to have to take. Strikes again. 5 plus 9 is 14. With the Shade's low evasion of 12, this will hit her again. This dragon is just pursuing, it's biting, it's slashing, it's just slashing at this poor creature. Let's see how it does. Okay, that's 6, that's 18, that's 24, plus 4 is 28. That's major damage. Oh, mark. Shade marks her last armor. And takes 1 damage, and then the dragon gets to spend a fear to make its 3rd attack. Which misses. Our bunny is not in very good shape at this point. Soot is doing pretty well at this point, honestly. So if we can imagine this, we know that Soot is against one wall. There's a molten pool of lava against another wall. Shade is running towards a 3rd wall. And the dragon is moving into the center of its cavern to attack. We're going to spend... Soot is going to spend 3 hope. It's only 3 hope. Because we have got to tag team this guy. We've got to do some damage. There's no way that we can survive this without getting to him. Soot will move to where he is closer to his sister. No. He's going to stay at a distance. Shade is going to move back and attack, trying to move away from this dragon. Soot is going to move in and attack, but they're both trying to stay as far away as they can. But at this time, they're probably both within close range of the dragon. And both being within close range of the dragon, well, I say Soot stays far range of the dragon. Shade is within close range and can't do anything about it. And let's see what this tag team roll works out to. So this is Shade's roll. That is a 17 plus 5 is 23 with hope. Soot's roll is lower than that, also with hope. So Shade, everybody gets a hope back. And we will roll damage. So Shade, as an avatar of terror, gets to roll d6s and lots of them. So how many does she get to roll? She gets to roll, I think, 6, 7, 8 d6s. So let's roll those d6s. So this is Shade's roll. 6, 11, 12, 22, 26, 28, plus 9 is a grand total of 28 plus 9 is 37. Soot gets to roll 66. It's 10. 23. $60 total. The volcanic dragon's threshold is 58, so it will take severe damage from this. So that's 3 hit points. So first I roll 3d6s. One result of 4 or higher, I take a fear. When this adversary takes when it takes severe damage from an attack within very close range. We established that nobody was in very close range. Shade is at close range. Soot is at far range. We've established that. So she will not take 2d10 plus 4 direct physical damage from the attacker. It doesn't say when this adversary takes major damage or higher. It just says within major damage. So I don't think that I get the volcanic breath. I think I just get the cracked scale and the fear. They rolled with hope. I'm going to spend a fear to take the spotlight back and go after Shade. That's a hit. I'm going to let Shade... No, I didn't say it. It didn't happen. Ten, 16... 16 plus 4, that was cocked. 16 plus 4 is 20... 24. She has a lot of stress marks. So that's going to be 2. That's going to be 1 hit point of damage. Spend a fear to do it again. That's a hit. That is major damage, and Shade goes down. Should have drunk my health potion. I knew they'd need them. But I didn't drink it. I didn't say it, so it didn't happen. Before I spent that fear. I think I have to risk it all. I mean... Soot's in pretty good shape. And they do have health potions left. I'm gonna have Shade go unconscious. The dragon is going to move over to... It's now going to turn. It's going to attempt to make its DC 12. I'm going to spend a fear. For it to attack again. It turns to Soot. And it will try to make a DC 12 move to go a far distance. And it will not do that. Because I can't spend a fear to use its experience hunt from above, but it will take flight. It can't fly. Okay. Soot is going to run across the cavern. He's trying to get to his sister. He needs to make this DC 12 agility roll. He has 1 hope. I will burn it on extra cautious. This is agility +1, +4, so this is +5. So DC 12. Okay, that is a success. It's a success with hope. He makes it most of the way across the cavern. He's going to have to do this again. I don't have any fear to interrupt with. So he gets to keep running as the volcanic dragon sees him running and turns, ready to spring upon him. He will make another one on look over there to try and distract the dragon. So this is +5 again. Okay, so that makes it. He makes it across the cavern. He is now standing with his sister, but he rolled with fear. So I get a fear. And dragon's turn again. The dragon now has to turn and has to make its roll of DC 12 to get to him, to get within close range. Unless it has some... Yes. I will spend a fear. I will choose a point within far range. A very close area around that point erupts into impassable terrain. All targets within that area must make an agility reaction roll. So, this very close area becomes impassable terrain. So it sees Soot down by his sister and attempts to make it into impassable terrain. Soot has to make an agility reaction roll of 14. He gets a +1 on this. Come on, guy. He does not make it. That's a 10. He takes 2d10 physical damage. So he takes 2d10 +4, so he takes, that is 19 damage. We'll mark a hit point. And is thrown out of the area. Targets who succeed take half damage and aren't moved. So, here's the question. Is Shade also thrown out of the area? She would fail an agility reaction roll. But she can't take any more damage being unconscious. But if she remains within the area, then it becomes impassable terrain. But it doesn't say, I mean... I'll say he has to make an agility action roll to get to his sister with a DC of 14. So we'll give him that opportunity. We'll give him that opportunity to make that roll. He will fail on that roll. He will fail with hope. The dragon will come attacking. The dragon has to make a agility roll to get to him because he's so far away. DC 12. Dragon makes its part of the distance, but Soot gets another opportunity to act before the dragon gets to him. He will make this roll. He will extra cautiously make his way into the difficult terrain. So this is +5 on this roll. It's a DC of 14. Hold on a moment. Son of a bitch. The dragon no longer has to make rolls to get to him. The dragon just comes. That's a 19. The dragon hits him. The dragon just comes in with its molten claws and just takes a swipe at Shade where he stands. Soot. Soot will take 9, 12, 9, 10, 13, 18, +4, 22. He will take major damage. He will burn an armor slot. Take a hit point. Dragon attacks again. Seven plus 9 is more than 14. It's a hit. $20. 29. 35. +4 is 39. Still below major damage. Mark a hit point. Take a stress. Or take an armor. Soot is now desperate. Has no hope. At least I don't think I have any hope. And will make an attack, another attempt to make this agility roll to get to his sister. Agility roll, DC 14. He's adding a +1 to this. Oh, poor bastard. He fails. The dragon attacks him. The dragon hits. The dragon does more than 21 points of damage, but less than 42. Hit point. Armor. The dragon is relentless. It will attack again. That's going to be a hit. It's a 9. Is that more than 21? 8, 19. Yes, more than 21. Less than 42. 2 damage. Takes a hit point. Marks an armor. Quaffs a health potion. Gets back 4 health. Attempts to get to his sister again. Roll of hope, man. Okay. I got good news and I got bad news. The good news is he gets to his sister. The bad news is that the dragon will attack him again. Twice. with its claws. Its molten claws. That's a hit. That is 17, 18. And 20 something. He takes an armor, marks an hit point. He's almost down to the last armor. Okay, so that's a 3. Plus 9 is 12. Soot's evasion is 14. That hit, that swing misses. The dragon is just rending at the rocks. So Soot, after all of this, will get the last... So he's spent a health potion. He has 1 health potion. Shade has 1 health potion left. He will take Shade's last health potion and pour it into her unconscious body. Giving her 3 hit points back. Mark a stress to cloak yourself in a terrifying aspect of your patron that lasts until you take severe damage. She hasn't done yet. Or the scene ends. Okay. Soot doesn't have any hope. So he can't... Yes, he can. And he's going to. Soot marks a stress. And our kids go incorporeal. No. They're not going to go incorporeal. We're going to finish this fight, even though I can see the writing on the wall, and you can see the writing on the wall. Shade moves to the side, takes out her scepter, and assaults the dragon. That's a 13. Plus 5 is 18. That's a miss. Dragon strikes at Soot. It's a hit. Let's see. That will do 23, 30, 36. Just under major damage. Or just under severe damage, but still major damage. So it has no armor. He has to take 2 hit points of damage. Nothing to be done about it. These guys can't do their... They have no more tag team features left. They've used them both. Shay's got some hope. She will... mark 2 stress to chain the dragon again. She will... make a blighting strike. On this dragon. She will attempt a blighting strike, which is not the best thing to do, but it's what she's got. That's another 18 with hope. I meant to spend a hope. I meant to spend a hope on I'll handle it. And by God, I'm going to do it. There's a lot going on. I'm going to cut myself that slack. That will be... So that brings that up to 13 plus 5 plus 4 or plus 3 is enough to get us over 20. 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay. 21. 66s. $15, 25, plus 1 is 26, which is minor damage on the dragon. It takes minor damage. It doesn't have anything. When he takes damage, so let's see if I gain a fear here. I do. I'm going to spend that fear right away to interrupt and attack. So this guy will attack Soot. That's a hit. $14, 18, more than 21. Less than 42. That is major damage. Soot has no armor. He's just going to have to take that. Oh, but wait. Blighting Strike. The reason I did that, the target takes... the next time the target deals damage to an ally, it is reduced by half. So... that is minor damage. Which means that Shay's going to try to do that again. Spend a hope on I'll handle it. Blighting Strike this guy one more time. Okay, that is with fear. So that's fear. So that's 9 plus 7 is 16 plus 5 is 21. So that's a hit with the, we don't get our hope back. Let's make sure that's erased. 66. 11. 12. 20. Plus 1 is 21. That is minor damage. And that will end the volcanic dragon Molten Scourge. But just in case you thought that was the end of anything, it's not. Because immediately the dragon becomes an Ashen Tyrant. So as the lava settles, the dragon ceases to be this beast of lava and becomes a creature of pure ash. And let's see, Shade is out of health potions. Shade is out of stamina potions. Soot has 1 stamina potion and 1 health potion left. The dragon attacks Soot. That's a 3. Plus 10 is 13. Soot's evasion is 14. The dragon will miss. Dragon will attack Soot again. Ooh, 19. That'll hit. $14, 16, 16, plus 9 is 25, plus 15 is 40, which is major damage. Oh. But, because of Blighting Strike, it is minor damage. I don't think our bunnies are making it out of this one, guys. Soot's not going to make the same mistake his sister made and wait too long. He's going to go ahead and quaff that last health potion now. Get back 5 hit points. Shade continues to move back so that she's now in far range. She's been moving back away from this dragon this whole time. Because she's not doing so hot. What should we do? I think she's got no choice. I think she has to use Blighting Strike every time. I don't think there's another move to be made at this point. She's got no stress to spend on Damnation. There's... I marked 2 stress. I chained the beast. The beast is chained. You gotta remember that. The beast is chained. It reduces its amount of hit points that people mark by 1. And it's cut in half with Blighting Strike. So she's going to make a Blighting Strike on the chained volcanic dragon. Its difficulty is 18. She will spend a hope for I'll handle it. She's rolling at plus 8. Even at plus 8. Get her hope back. That's nice. She misses. Because that's 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 8 is 15. So that misses. The dragon will attack Soot. Now it's chained. Makes its attack. It makes its hit. It makes its roll. It hits him. It does 12 plus 11 is 23. Plus 7 is 30. It does 32 damage. Plus 15. So that would be severe damage. However, because it's chained, we reduce the number of hit points that are marked by 1, so Soot takes 2 damage. And that will conclude the dragon's turn as it uses its claws and teeth. I don't have a lot of... I don't have a lot of fear left to do anything with, and I haven't rolled with fear since this dragon came onto the scene. There is some stuff that happens when we roll with fear. But with all of these things that the dragon can do, the strategy of separating out the characters so that they're in two different places has kind of nullified some of its attacking group's abilities. I think that with a larger group where it would be difficult to say, oh, they're just in different parts of the cavern because there's just not enough space, this would be harder to do, and there would be less percentage in the dragon just going after one individual to try to take them out. So Shade's gonna Blighting Strike again. Spends a hope for I'll handle it. This is +8. Okay. That is 9. With hope. Take our hope back. But it misses. Because 9 + 8 is less than 18. So that gets us over to the dragon. Mark a stress instead of spending a fear to spotlight this adversary. Okay. So this adversary is spotlighted, but I don't have any fear. But that means it can make its attack, which will hit. Which will do 22, 23, 24, 25, 40 damage. It's still chained, so that damage is reduced by 1, so it's 1 damage. The soot, with its claws and teeth, as it's rending with its ashen claws and teeth. The light in the brightness of the magma is faded now to this kind of ashen dragon. We see less of the dragon's horde. I don't have to spend a fear. I can spend a stress, so I'm going to go ahead and spend a stress to spotlight this guy again. He nat 20s. That is severe damage. We don't even have to roll it. It's 40 12s is 48. It's way high. Well, okay, no, it's 48. 48. We have not been doing massive damage in this campaign, I don't think. But let's just see. $48, $58, $59, $60, $70, $77 plus 15 is double the severe damage threshold. So that would be 4 hit points. But because because the dragon is chained, that is only 3 hit points of damage. So it comes in and just bites down on our poor little bunny and just starts rending him apart. Has it in his teeth and is just clawing at him. We'll mark our last armor because we had one to reduce that by 1. Mark another stress. 4 plus 10 is 14. Evasion is 14. That'll hit. Six, 9. Less than, well, plus 15. More than 21. Less than 42. Take that damage. And we'll spotlight him one more time, because he can be spotlighted up to 4 times. Another hit. $12, 18, 25, 40. It's major damage, reduced by 1. They haven't touched this guy yet. Shade is going to spend a Blighting Strike. Again, rolling at +8. That'll hit with Fear. Doing a whopping... Oh, if I succeed with Fear, I do D10 damage, so that's nice. We'll do 6d10. $16... 22, 30, 39, plus 1 is 40, which will be 2 hit points of damage. 40 hit points of damage, and the I can't remember if Soot's taken 2 or 1 health potion. I think he's on his second. I think he's taken 2 health potions. No, because he took almost no damage on the first dragon. So he would have only taken 1 health potion. Shade's taken both of hers. Soot's taken 1 of his. They still have 1 left. Moderately important. So the dragon takes 2 hit points of damage when the PC has rolled with Fear now. So that was important because now there's a countdown. Starts on a D12. Oh, I have to spend a Fear to activate the countdown, which ticks down when it... Okay. I'll go ahead and spend a Fear to do that countdown. I will activate my creature, who will attack Soot. That's a hit. I don't even know why I bother rolling these things. It is still chained. And it is blighted by the Blighting Strike. So its damage is 22, 30, 34, 49, halved to 24, which is major damage, reduced by 1, so it takes 1 damage. Gotta take your health potions, guys. I will spend a stress to spotlight the dragon again. It will attack Soot again. That is 5, plus 10 is 15. That will hit. And we don't even have to roll for damage because Soot only has 1 hit point left. So he's going to go down. It's going to spend a stress. No, it's not, because if it spends 1 more stress, it'll be out of stress. And then it'll become vulnerable. So it's not going to spend its stress. Shade has to make it across far distance to get to Soot. So she can do that. We said this was a 12. Obviously I would spend a hope on that, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to spend a hope because I just said I would. But I don't think that's going to help. I'll handle it. That's +3, +2, agility is 5. Actually, it just does. I get my hope back. She makes it. She makes it. She pours that last health potion down her brother's throat. he gets 3 hit points back. That was a success with hope. Everything stays with the players. Shade and Soot are now in the same place. And Shade can't really move anymore because she's already made that far movement. So she is within close range of the dragon, because the dragon fights it close. Soot and Shade are both together within close range of the dragon at this point. Shade is going to spend another hope, and I'll handle it. So she's rolling at +8 for her scepter attack, but no, for her blighting strike. Okay, so that is going to succeed. It's going to succeed with fear. So that's 13 plus 5. So it succeeds. It succeeds with fear. So we roll 6d10 damage. That's 8. That's 13. That's 16. That's 21. That's 29. Plus 1 is 30. This is 30 damage to the dragon. Which takes, therefore, 2 damage. Gets fear. The dragon's blighted and chained. It will make an attack on Soot or Shade. I think Shade just attacked it, so it's going to attack Shade. I don't even have to roll, really, for Shade. We're just rolling to see if we get a natural 1 or a natural 20, because those are the only things that matter. That hits. Alright, that is 4, 7, that's 14, 18, 28, plus 15 is 33. 33 reduced by 1, so that would be 1 damage. Takes 1 hit point. Dragon spends a fear and attacks again. After 1 or natural 20. Nope. Bunches. 22, 32, 37, plus 15 is just below the severe damage threshold. It's still chained. That chain is keeping us alive, is what that's doing. Okay, so play returns to the players. So we're within close range of the dragon. So that's important. Shade is out of hope, so this is just +5. He's trying to blighting strike the dragon. She will succeed with hope. Thank you. And do 7, 10, 18, plus 1 is 19 damage. She does 19 damage to the dragon, and it is blighted. The next time it makes an attack, it will... so we rolled with hope. We had a countdown at 12. I'm going to assume we've rolled with fear at least twice. Since I put that countdown out there. Time for Soot to do something. Soot, what you got, buddy? Got anything? It's going to do a wall of hunger on the dragon. So Soot is going to wall of hunger this dragon. He better succeed. This is a spellcast roll 13, so he's plus 3. He has no hope to spend, so it's just plus 5. He does succeed. That's a 13. So he's created a visible wall of writhing necrotic energy in a line between 2 points. Any creatures inside the wall who try to pass through the wall must mark 2 stress, then make a reaction roll of DC 16. The dragon will spend a stress. It's now vulnerable. We'll make a reaction roll. It will fail its reaction roll. So it is currently temporarily restrained by the wall. However, it still gets to make its attacks because it's still within close range. Soot is the one that just attacked it, so it'll attack Soot. It is blighted from Shade's last attack. And it is blighted. It is chained. So here we go. Anything over a 3 hits. Yeah, that's a 7. That hits. That's 15, 26, 30, plus 15 is 45. Cut in half is 22, 23. Which is major damage, reduced by 1, minor damage. Let's spend that fear and let's attack him again. That's a hit. Okay, so that's 15, 20, 29, plus 15 is 44, which is major damage. But it's chained, so it's minor damage. Okay. We are completely out of potions. We are down to 1 hit point apiece. We really need a run of good luck here, or we're all gonna die. And I'm looking at the dragon's abilities here. I've needed fear and I've needed stress to do desperate rampage and stuff like that. And the dragon's out of stress. So, we're attacking the dragon. We're attacking the dragon with advantage because it's vulnerable because it's used all its stress. We're going to try a blighting strike. Shade's doing this. So this is +5. We're going to spend a hope on I'll handle it. Because we're down to our last. And let's see what happens here. Okay, that hits. With hope. It's 9. That's 10, so that's 19, 20. With 20, with hope. So that will be... 1 damage on the dragon. Shade will Soot will attack. Out of hope, so this is just... he will take the time to move, to start moving, so Shade will move and Soot will move, so they're not within close range of each other, but they're still within close range of the dragon. They can't get out of it. That'll hit. That'll hit with fear. So that's 7. 8, 16, plus 9 is 25. But with fear. Dragon will attack Soot. It will hit. We do not need to roll damage. Well, we could roll 4 1s and then that would be minor damage and he would get out of this, so. We did not roll 4 1s. Soot goes down. Dragon turns to Shade and pounces. Again, we need like 4 1s for this not to mark at least 1 hit point. Shade goes down. Okay. Shade's gonna risk it all. Nothing else to be done at this point. So Shade risks it all and rolls a crit. What do we get on a crit when we risk it all? Let's look at the death options. Death. Risk it all. The character basically, if you critically succeed, your character stays up and clears all hit points and stress. So Shade comes back up, clearing all hit points. And all stress. She immediately moves to her brother. We're going to spend a card to pull Avatar of Terror out of our set. And move Shared Trauma in. So we'll mark a stress to do that. We'll put Avatar of Terror away. We no longer use that. Then she's going to transfer her suffering and take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8. She will take 4 hit points for her brother, sharing the trauma and bringing him back up without him having to make a death move at all. She'll turn. She will fire a blighting strike at this volcanic dragon, spending a hope, or I'll handle it. She will attempt to make a blighting strike. Yep. She's gonna spend a stress first. Mark 2 stress rather. To chain the dragon. I'm just going to make a blighting strike. And this is at +8. She will miss. I think. Yes, she will miss. +8. She needed at least a 10. Gives the dragon 2 hits. The dragon is going to make its first hit on Shade. Obviously a hit. (22) plus 14 is 30 something. That's major damage. That's severe damage. She'll take 2 hit points for that. The dragon will strike again. Oh wait, I forgot to do something here. That was a 6. It's a 9. Okay, never mind. Dragon strikes at her again. It hits. Because it's +10 and her evasion is only 12. It needs to roll a natural 1 to miss her. That is 15, 20, 23, 38 major damage. Mark down to 1. So it steps up. Do you have anything worth running? So it's going to do a wall of stress, or wall of, it's going to attempt his wall of hunger again on the dragon. Because it's a DC 13, So he's +5 on this. That crits. That doesn't help. It does succeed. And when he succeeds, a creature caught in the wall, the dragon, must mark 2 stress. But the dragon can't mark 2 stress, because it's out of stress to mark, so it has to mark hit points. If it marks 1 hit point, which it does, it dies. So with that, in this, as the pool of lava cools, and the dragon, nope, the dragon thrashes about, causing environmental damage such as earthquake, avalanche, or collapsing walls. So there's like walls and things collapsing. All targets within far range, which is everybody, must make a strength reaction roll. This is a strength reaction roll DC 20. Shade has to make this roll. She succeeds. However, she still takes at least 1 damage and goes down again. But I think she's just going to go unconscious. Soot also has to make a reaction roll. TC 20. He succeeds. He will take half damage on 2d10 plus 10. It's his physical damage, so 13, 23, which is major damage for him. So neither one is restrained by the rubble. They take the death throes of the dragon, shatter the walls, buckle the floor. Both of them are flung about, but neither one of them are buried within the rubble. Shade falls, strikes her head on the ground, and goes unconscious. Soot manages to keep his feet. The dragon is defeated. I've forgotten what we said at the beginning of this that we were even going to be getting. Wow. That was a 2-hour combat. I was right at the hairy edge. Both of our characters went down. I think I played it as I played the dragons. You know, I was trying to get the dragon to do the most damage it could do in each round. And so it's like it had these good fear abilities and these good stress abilities, but they were to affect multiple targets at once, and the characters were never multiply in the same place. So I think that's just how it broke down, is that claws and teeth were the best bet for the dragons. Some clutch rolls, that crit on risking it all was definitely it's the first crit that we rolled for that entire. It's the first crit that the characters rolled in that entire 2-hour fight. They rolled exactly 1 crit on an action roll, and that was it. And that was a game changer. Um, so, yeah, wow. So what happens is that Soot and Shade are able to find within the horde of this dragon the an ancient slab, like a steely, like a steely, STELE, of with instructions and a recipe that is an alternate way to kind of cure this dragon sickness that will not require, that will, a way to cure the serpent sickness that will not require this red flower. And in doing so, they're able to trade that for the owl's eye, which they're able to then return to the great owl, bringing everything back to normal. And I guess everybody lives happily ever after. And that's it for campaign 3. If you watched this whole fight, thank you. That was a lot. If you want a Rolling Solo t-shirt, go get one. It'll probably be a couple of weeks, or I'll probably do a campaign 0 soon, but we'll do campaign 4 coming up. We're going to test out the assassin class. Until then, keep rolling, y'all.